Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster and I thought I would do a quick stump top review for you today on my new camping stove. Now this is a folding firebox stove. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it and will have seen 100 different videos on this before. And really I just wanted to do a very quick review of it, kind of show you its features, how it works, that kind of thing, and really just explain a little bit about why I think this is going to work really well for me. So without any further ado, I'm going to move the camera a bit closer in and we'll take a look. Right then guys, so here we have my firebox stove. Made of stainless steel, manufactured in the US, and I bought mine from the Bushcraft store. I think they are the only people in the UK that sell them, but I'm not 100% sure. They were the only ones I could find them available and in stock. And really it's a really nice simple design. And to start off with, I suppose what I should say is I bought the upgrade version, which came with 2 extra pieces. This is the boil plate and the grill plate, and it also came with 2 of these fire sticks, which I'll move on to later. Now the carrying case it comes with as standard is this kind of like Hessian cotton thing. It's absolutely fine, it does the job, but I would like at some point to get the Cordura version, which seems a bit more durable, a bit easier to use. It's kind of like a flap envelope type thing with a Velcro tab on there. So moving on to the stove, and the one thing I like about it, sort of, and one of the main reasons I bought it, is it's a really portable, small, slim, compact design. You know, if I put my little finger up here, you can kind of see how thin this is. Now it is stainless steel, so it does have a bit of heft to it, and you will feel it if it's in your pocket or your pack, but the weight is not so much of an issue for me. And to put it together, and this was the other reason I really liked it, is you take out these fire sticks, you remove this, which is the ash pan, and we'll come back to that, and this is the stove itself, and to put it together is just simplicity itself. You fold it open like so, and I want to make sure you can see this. So inside here you've got the base, which just slots down. I'll give you a bit of a close-up of that. It's just hinged down the bottom, it falls down, and there's your stove. It's ready to go. There's no messing around, there's no fiddling, putting like a jigsaw puzzle together or anything like that. You've got a little hinged flap at the back here, which is partly for airflow and partly to be able to feed fuel in if you're cooking on the top. And as I say, you've got a boil plate which sits in, let me get this the right way round. So this just sits in the top here. Everything slots in fact I've got that the wrong way around already. Everything slots in like so. I'll give you a little, and the benefit of that in conjunction with these fire sticks is that you will slot these into any of the myriad, in fact let me turn this round a bit for you. You've got myriad combinations to put these fire sticks in the side, up here, there, down the bottom, wherever you want to put them. And the benefit I find for this, and how I'm probably going to be using it, let me get this in here, is if I just grab my Pathfinder bottle, and this works with pretty much anything that is sort of Nalgene bottle size, cups, bottles, that kind of thing. Slot it in there, you've got your fire down at the base here, obviously with the lid off and water inside, you're now boiling this nice and easily, and either you can use a pot grip or if there's a handle on your cup or whatever. That is one of the main reasons I bought this stove, because it works really well for heating water. Primarily I think I'm probably going to be using this in my workshop for making coffee. Obviously when I go out I'll be taking it with me, but it's a nice little compact package to have out here as well. Thrown the fire stick across the floor, so I'll come back to that later. But you see these little tabs just up here, sort of half moon shapes, and the idea is you can get your fire stick and they just help you pop these things out, especially when they've got warm. And obviously I haven't done a burn in this yet, so you know, time will tell how well that's going to work out for me, whether there's any kind of movement. And also if it's already hot, you can kind of use your fire sticks with these little tabs on the side here to kind of maneuver it into place. And because it does require a little bit of force, you've got these little tabs that will allow you to simply slot them in. So you're not having to potentially touch the hot metal, and I think that works really, really well. And this grill plate, you know, you can cook directly on top of this. It's food grade, and there is a larger one that I didn't purchase that kind of comes out about 2 or 3 inches either side, that just gives you a wider cooking area. Now, what else does this stove do? So I mentioned the ash pan earlier. If I turn this round that way, I think. So this ash pan is designed, there's little tabs under here that it slots into. Is designed to sit floating just underneath, and what it will do is it will catch all of the embers, all of your ash, and when you're done cooking and it's cooled down, you can slide it out, tip it out, job's a good one. There is another combination which involves the fire sticks, which essentially means, and I must admit I haven't done this yet, I think you need to put the ash pan in first off the top of my head. Let me see if I can do this on camera for you. Probably not. I'm not as... I've only really played around with this a couple of times so far, but essentially, maybe it is that way. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I tell a lie. I think it is this way. So what you'll do essentially is get your fire sticks in like so, and I think, you know, over time you'll get more used to this. Maybe that's right, maybe that's not. But essentially, what it will do, it creates a damper, which means if you've got a good fire going, especially if you're doing something like a Swedish fire torch, which a lot of people tend to prefer with this, you can slide this damper in and out and create more or less airflow, exactly the same as if you were using like a proper wood burning stove, you know, in a cabin or a teepee tent or something like that. So the options here really are very, very kind of, yeah, there are a lot of options, let's put it that way. You've got side feeding holes here and here, they're offset so that you can cross over your wood, create even more airflow in there and have a better burn. And one of the things I wanted to show you, and I think, top of my head, I think it's these slots on the side here. And unfortunately I haven't got a trangia to hand to show you, but if I just show you those sitting in there, that is the correct width for a trangia stove, spirit burner, just to sit on top. Alternatively, you can get the sort of the trangia style gas burners. They will also clip in, and you can feed your braided hose through here. You can have these a little bit lower, and then you can use this as essentially as a solid state windshield for using gas. And I mean, again, the options on here, you know, the main reason I bought it is for its versatility. Up here on the top, in combination with the ash pan, so your ash pan would sit, let's say here, and you can put a couple of these fire sticks underneath it to add some extra support. But this essentially works as a solid fuel tablet base, so Esbit and Hexi, that kind of thing. And then you can take your pot, whatever it may be, frying pan, bottle, canteen cup, sit it on the top, and your solid fuel is kind of close enough, you know, that you're getting the benefit of that heat. It's not all the way down here somewhere. Alternatively, there is another piece of sort of optional equipment that I'm going to be getting. It's very similar to this grill plate. It's ever so slightly smaller, which essentially means it fits down inside here. The grill plate obviously is designed to sit on the top, and what you'll do is you'll get a couple of fire sticks in, and then the extra piece will sit on top of that, which means you can vary the height of what you're using. So whether that's Esbit, whether that's charcoal, even with things like wood, if you've got a very small amount and you only want a small fire. So really, you know, you've seen this all before, I'm sure, on other videos, but that was just a really quick look at this stove. So there you go, guys. Nothing you won't have seen before in other videos, but it's new to me, so I wanted to introduce it to you. And really, one of the main reasons I got this is up until now I've been using a combination of either a gas burner or a honey stove. I really do like the honey stove, but they are very fiddly. Once they're hot, even when they've cooled down, they're a little bit difficult to take apart. And you know, if you've been out for a while and it's cold, you've got cold hands and fingers, it's quite difficult to put them together. So I really wanted something like this, where literally you just take away a couple of these pegs, you slot it open, and there it is, ready to go, and all you've got to do is get your fire set in. So as I say, you'll be seeing more of this in future videos. I think I'm going to be using it to begin with in my workshop with either some Hexi or some Esbit or something like that. And when I get the opportunity to get outdoors again, I'm going to give it a proper go with a proper wood burning fire. So I hope it was useful, guys. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Thanks, guys.